So we talked earlier about some of the technology tools that are available for shops to fulfill the NFMC requirements and really get things a lot more in line with compliance. So here are some of the tools and some of the software that people are using out there at their different nonprofit agencies throughout the state and throughout the country. Counselor Max is the tool that's primarily supported and endorsed by NeighborWorks and by NFMC. And Counselor Max has a lot of customizable fields, so that way your reports can reflect the community of what you're seeing. But also what it does is it gives you really a path of what you can follow in order to be in compliance. You know, using these tools are going to make your jobs a lot easier. It's going to make things a lot more simplified in the long term. You know, there is going to be a learning curve if you're not using these softwares right now, or not using any software right now for that matter. There's going to be a bit of a learning curve, but you know, you take the hit now. As we go on over the long term, it's really going to improve everything overall. Home Counselor Online is, again, one of the tools very similar to Counselor Max. Some shops are using Home Counselor Online. Some are using Counselor Max. They really do a lot of the same things. They really give you the opportunity to have a standardized way of entering in your data, so that way your reports come out correctly and consistently on the back end. NSTEP is a software that's currently out there. It's going to be phased out in 2011. So if you're one of the shops that are using NSTEP, you want to transition to Counselor Max, which is going to be made available to you through NeighborWorks and NFMC. So, you know, take the time now to start to research the program, start to learn a little bit about it, maybe start to do some training, so that way in 2010 or 2011, when you make that transition, it's going to be smooth and you're going to be able to hit the ground running. So why do you want to use these tools? You know, you've been doing things a certain way for a while, so why change what you're doing? Well, one of the reasons is it's a lot easier on the reporting. Your reports are going to be, again, more consistent. They're going to be more compliant because you have everybody doing the same thing all the time. Instead of I'm in one office talking to somebody and I'm putting my report together one way, and Cora's in her office and she has a client and she's doing it another way, and Shane's in his office and he's with a client and he's doing it his own way. Instead of everybody doing it their own different ways, it's going to be a standard way to do it. So that allows for standardization. Everybody's going to be doing the same thing the same way all the time. So we don't have to worry about, you know, who saw who or when we saw them. All the information is going to be consistent. And what that's going to do is that's going to help to solve a lot of the compliance issues, because a lot of those compliance issues is based off of a lack of consistency or based off of a lack of accuracy. The information is not getting to where it needs to get to. So in order to be more standardized, in order to be more consistent, in order to be more compliant, you really need to start to embrace some of these technological tools and some of the software that's available to you.